Okay, I think we'll open up for questions from the audience. Do any of you think this is a golden opportunity if you have more of a specific question about writing or types of writing, types of publications, whether it's magazine format or books or book chapters? Is there anybody that has any questions of George? And if you do, why don't you just come on up here? Go ahead, come on up here. Why don't you come around? Okay. Sort of
My question is just very short, and I wonder if you publish and distribute anywhere other than the United States.
Yes, we do. We have distribution set up throughout the entire world. We work in conjunction with Taylor and Francis over in the Far East, and they represent us throughout the entire Far East continent. We have distribution set up throughout Australia, New Zealand, Canada, India, the Middle East. We have a European distribution center set up in London, and that's probably one of as a publisher, your first thing that you need to put in place is your distribution channels. If you only concentrated on the US, you'd be out of business within a year. So much of educational material is sold outside of the United States. And this is primarily because so many of the other countries, whether it be in Europe or in Malaysia is one of the largest growing areas right now, want to know how the United States deals with education. And so, yes, to answer your question very simply, yes, we have distribution set up throughout the world. And it's extremely important for publishers to do so. And it changes on a regular basis. We do try and establish distribution channels that can remain in place for a very long time. But as you grow, one of the best things to do is to open up offices for yourself in these countries. And eventually, we're looking at probably a 5-year plan before we open up an office in London.
Okay, any other questions?
Okay. Hi, Robert. I have a question related to the role of the internet and publishing. And maybe you could address this from the distribution end as well. You know, it always seems like there's such a delay from the time that an article goes to a publisher or a book chapter until it actually comes out. And in a field like technology, that delay can really be difficult. So it seems that many people are instead opting to go with online journals or posting their materials in an online environment instead of going with the more traditional paper-based environment. Could you address that issue and maybe also the idea of how long it really does take from maybe the time
Certainly.
I first submit my work till I might see it in hard copy?